Hello everybody and welcome to the M2 Sprint at Oulton Park. As you can see, oh, right, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. There we go. As you can see, we're looking at John Gibson right now. He's about to start his qualifying lap. We are joined here at qualifying. You can put everybody's personal bests on right now. Let's just post my link everywhere. Takes a minute or two, but as for now, you can have a look at John Gibson doing his first flyer. I hope it's still valid. And if it's not, it's going to be pretty embarrassing for me. It is still valid. That's always good to see. As another driver joins the grid, and that brings us up to 17 drivers, which is actually a pretty good number for these M2s. And well, as long as you get it above 15, I think you're in for a good show. And John Gibson just doing his low lap now. Gonna be trying to get his... Oh no, it's his actual lap. Sorry, I'm way too used to the GT3s and how high speed they are that I completely forget that these cars are way slower than anything you see. And Matas sets his fastest lap time, but that is quickly beat by Abe Sandham, who sets a 48.2. By the way, Matas, we haven't seen much of him at all before this race, so it's good to see that he is setting some very good lap times out there today. A 48.7 to get second place. Behind him, Heo Horman, and then Ganahari Hutama with 150.7. And that's quickly beaten by Uwe Waitzi, who set a 150.1. And I think it's actually better if we go off-board from Gibson and see what's up behind. As both Abe and Matas come into the pits, probably thinking that they're done with their qualifying. There is 20 minutes of qualifying. Here is Subham Chowdhury racing for the Indian community today, quite literally. And he's got the purple third sector. Look at that. Hayden Sweet, the owner of Toga Motorsport, also joining us today for this M2 Sprint. He's currently running in 7th with nearly identical lap times to Ganahari Hutama, only 0.003 of a second separating those two, so wow, all I can say. Pretty close lap times so far. Abe only done a 48.2. Closely behind him, Marco Keddy took second place from Matas, and Camille also very close behind Matas Rodriguez and closely in front of Daniel Williamson. Jeez, that is an easy name to say, but I could not say it. And Hayden Sweet going to come across the line. Is he improving on his lap time right now? Well, I think he did actually. Yeah, he set his personal best and put himself up into 10th place definitely ahead of Kanahari Utama and very close behind Subham Chowdhury. So Hayden Sweet only going to need a couple more tenths here in order to get ahead of Subham Chowdhury and possibly even get into the 49s. Hold on, Marco Keddy set in the quickest lap time of this qualifying so far. He's only got a green second sector, which he definitely can improve on. But that is a 48.1, and that's something that Abe does not want to see today at all. He was thinking of dominating this race from the get-go, and now, well, now he's on the back foot. And Marco Keddy only improving on his lap time right now. He is going 2 tenths quicker this lap alone. And the second sector is where he had his green time. So right now he is improving. But we'll check back on him a bit later. Matthias Pritchie. This is what it looks like on board. Here, Horman passing a slower car. He's currently down on his time, sadly. And we can have a look at Daniel Williamson, who's going to be setting his personal best right now. And what is it going to be? It is going to be enough for third place. A 48.7 ahead of Matas. And ahead of Camille as well. We're just behind Abe Santamo. Now, Marco Keddy going 3 tenths quicker this lap time. And what is it going to be? It's going to be an invalid lap time. Marco Keddy ruining his possibility of getting that top spot. But do not fear. He is going to be up there. And he's pretty determined to secure that provisional pole or that complete pole position before the end of this qualifying session. Heyo Horman going 3 tenths quicker, already 4 tenths quicker as he's going through the final sector now. And I'd say this is some of the easiest corners on this track. But sadly he has lost some time. Heyo Horman only now a tenth up. He was 4 tenths up, which would have put him way up the grid. And I don't think he's going to be improving on his lap time, so you could just have a look at a Ryan Sweet. There's 2 Sweets in this race today. Let's see, we've got a couple of Alexei Malachov fans in the chat saying Lyochashki, which roughly translates to go out there, go get them, go absolutely destroy all of them. That's a rough translation, actually. Don't know, how would you translate that at all? I guess the direct translation is Alexei fire, or fire them, but that's not really what they mean there at all. But nevertheless, second language coming in handy, absolutely coming in handy. As we see Matas just trying to gain back his 3rd place, but sadly not doing it too well right now. He's 3 tenths down. Meanwhile, behind him, Camille Taha. He is 1 tenth up, which might put Matas in 5th place if he's not able to improve before the end of this qualifying. Marco Keddy still trying to set his qualifying lap, and Camille Taha sadly going off the track and invalidating his lap time. So is Heyo Horman. Matthias Pritchard, the only person right now to be setting a valid lap time. So is Hayden Sweet, actually. He's going to be coming across the line quick soon, and he's up 2/10, which might put him ahead of Uruvaisi if he's able to complete this lap time. And so far it's looking pretty prominent. There we go. Hayden Sweet going to be up into 8th place ahead of Uruvaisi with a 149.6, and now he's got 4/10 to go in order to get ahead of Matthias Pritchie. Some Chowdhury going 2/10 quicker, which sadly won't put him up any positions, but will definitely keep him from being last. Or no, keep him from going down positions if Ganahari Utama or Ryan Sweet improve, because so far they're pretty close. So it looks like we've got one bunch of people from 1 to 9, and then we've got from 10 to 17 that are still very close behind. Close to each other, but Saba might actually break into the 49s here. He's going about 4/10 quicker. He's had terrible sectors last time out, so we'll see. 6/10 up. Yeah, this will definitely put him up the grid. Right. Oh, that is terrible. That is terrible, terrible, terrible for Sabam. He was about 7/10 up there. And sadly, absolutely ruining it for himself. Ganahari Utama, is he improving on his lap time? Yes, he is. Which, if he does, and Subham Chowdhury doesn't, he will be ahead of Subham Chowdhury. So we'll see as Hey Horman is actually going to be coming across the line and might put himself up. No, he doesn't. But he does improve on his lap time, which brings it to a 49.0. Very close to the 48.8 of Camille Taha. And, well, this will turn out to be a pretty good race, it looks like. Quite a bunched up field, if I say so myself. And more Alexei Malacha fans joining. That's very interesting. Got like a whole fan base behind him watching this race today. Whole fan base. As Ryan Sweet is also was improving on his lap time. Anthony Camacho 3/10 up as he's heading into the final sector now. And if he does keep this up, he can get himself up into 13th place, maybe 12th. You know, he has improves more in the final corner. And I think he will. He's going 6/10 up. And he puts himself up into 12th place ahead of Hayden Sweet. So, good stuff by him. Oh, hello, Togo Motorsport. It's Marco Keddy. Whoa. We absolutely missed that. 47.89. That is a whole 4/10s quicker than Abe Santaman. I think we might have a new dominant driver up on in this race. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to this race, Togo Motorsport, and thank you for coming into the chat as well. So far, you're 13th place and 8th place. That's actually pretty good stuff. Unless Matthias Pritchie is also in Togo Motorsport and I just don't know something. Doesn't look like he is, but Hayden Sweet is. So is Ryan Sweet. The two Sweets. And Marco Keddy, by the way, still going 2/10s quicker. Still going 2/10s quicker. Even though he has absolutely thrashed the grid, done a 47.89, he's still going for the quicker lap times. Abe's washed, not even the 47s. Yeah, absolutely. Horrible stuff by Abe today. Not able to even get up into the 47s. I think his career is over. If you can't get into the 47s in the BMW M2, how are you supposed to get up there in the GT3s? Nevertheless, Marco Keddy is one that's not washed. Since he is going 3/10s up on his 47.897, and it's so 47.5. And well, I don't think Abe could beat that. You are Hayden Sweet. Yeah, well, did kind of guess that. Did kind of guess that. 8th place, not bad. 49.6. Though 4/10s off Matthias Pritchie. Still very close to everybody behind as well. There's about a 3/10 gap between 9, 10, and 11. And actually, we can have a look at the gap. No, that's not the right one. No, that's not the right one either. Is it this one? Session best relative? No. Oh well, it's definitely not that. But you can actually have a look at if anybody's improving on their lap times. Ryan Sweet currently improving on his lap time. So is Camille Taha, just starting his lap time. Summon Chowdhury having an off moment. So not able to carry that speed. Ryan Sweet, actually, we can have a look at him. 1/10 up, 5/10 up, hold on. He might have something here. He might pull this one out of the bag and get ahead of Anthony Camacho at the very least. Now, Anthony Camacho is about 3/10 ahead of Ryan Sweet. Ryan Sweet needs to get that 3/10 up. Get Taha off that track. You want your you want your 4th place. Well, it doesn't look like you will get your 4th place, since Taha is improving by a 10th, and that 10th is way more than enough to get ahead of you. And he might actually even try and go for 3rd here, as Ryan Sweet did not improve on his lap time. Behind him, Camille Taha is going to be coming across the line now. And it's up into 4th place. Very close. 7/1000ths of a second between him and Daniel Williamson. Yeah, sadly for Matas, he is going to have to suffer. And he is going to have to start on the 3rd row. Sad stuff for Matas. Sad stuff. Yeah. Absolutely washed. Washed. Marco Keddy, though. Not washed at all. All 3 purple sectors. Starting first on the grid with a 47.5. Can't really get better, can it? It cannot really get better. But that is your grid for today. And if I can just get this stupid stuff off, then we can have a look at your starting grid for today. So, P1, Marco Ketty driving for FRL. And we're 47.5, that's a whole 7/10 advantage ahead of Abe Santama, who's going to be starting in second place. Then Daniel Williamson, you can kind of see him in the background over there. Then Camille Taha in fourth, taking the place away from Matas in the final lap. Who's going to be starting in fifth. Behind him, Uwezi, or alongside him actually. Behind him, Heyo Horman in seventh with a 49.0. And then Matthias Pritchie. Hayden Sweet, owner of Toga Motorsport, also joining us today. He's going to be driving in ninth, or starting in ninth place. And then it is Gana Hari Hutama to finish off that top 10. Then Sabam Chowdhury, sadly for him, not able to break into the top 10 today, but still a very respectable lap time, 49.8, starting in 11th. And then it is Anthony Camacho, Ryan Sweet, Ethan Reed, John Gibson, also driving for VGTR Esport, Boris Cackrell, and Alexei Malahov, who sadly is going to be starting last for today's race. The Sweebo is Ryan Sweet, Hayden's brother. Well, that's great. That is very great. But if you do have any predictions, it will be very good to see them in the chat. See what all of you think might happen, since I personally haven't really had a M2 race to host. I think actually in my world, I think I see Matas spinning at least once. John Gibson also spinning at least once. Marco Keddy is going to be caught up by Abe, I think, somewhere in the race. And they will have an epic battle. Camille will just run away with fourth. And I think, like, it'll be pretty close. It'll be very, very close. Matas spins in the formation lap, yeah. Just finish in the race, I'll be happy, yeah. To be fair, I would be too. These cars, they might look and they might feel slow, but they are very unpredictable at times, and they just do not get along with the driver. At times you could be braking or anything. You could be doing anything. You could be exiting a corner, and that thing will snap on you and go straight into the wall, or straight into anywhere that you don't want to be. As we have somebody leaving the race, not sure who that was. I think that was... I have zero clue, actually. Interesting. Somebody did leave the race. There was 17 people there, and now there is only 16. No, I think that might have been Cackrell, who was going to be starting 16th. Interesting stuff. Anyone who finishes might get top 10, yeah. That I can agree with. That I can absolutely agree with. You do gotta love this track. I mean, look at this camera. You can just see them. I wish they had more tracks like this where they had a very beautiful first camera, and it just keeps on switching from it. Let's actually turn off autopilot as we're just waiting for the formation lap to get underway. T1 will probably be drive through heaven. I mean, I think 45 minutes. I don't think you're going to get a drive through. I mean, I might underestimate the drivers, but I don't think. It's very strict. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm very, very much aware, but I don't think it's that strict that in 45 minutes of racing, you're going to get a drive through. You'll manage, yeah. You managed to spin on the formation app. I mean, The hell? Wouldn't Kermit join? Yeah. I'm not sure where he is, but definitely not on the racetrack. Anywho, the formation up is... Well, let's have a look. It's gonna get underway in just under a minute. So, probably a good time to say that we have a 4 hour of... We have a charity event happening on the 2nd of April. Where... Yeah, it's actually going to be a really, really fun event. You can donate and you can give penalties to people. And it's also all for a good cause. So, if you want to sign up, there's probably a link somewhere in the Twitch thing. In the Twitch page for our sim grid. If you're watching on YouTube, then... Yeah, then you're screwed. Nah, you could probably just search up VGTR League on Google or somewhere and it'll bring it up. My prediction number 1 is that I'll mess up my pressures. I think you're going to start on wet. Actually, that's another thing. A wet M2 race sounds like a lot of fun. A wet M2 race around Zolder sounds like the best race ever. I think M2 on Zolder is like the best mix, because you got those massive curves that the GT3s usually don't like, but the M2s go over them like a dream. So yeah, definitely something that we should consider. Nevertheless, Marco Caddy leading the pack with VGTR Esport driver Abe Santama following closely behind. Alright, you can see actually how many M2s are on the grid over there. That's quite a lot. Quite a lot. Last time I think I've seen an M2 race or done an M2 race, there was about 8 people, so this is double that. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright. They're just about to... Well, they are lining up double file already now. And who is it going to be to take P1 from the start? Is it going to be Marco Caddy keeping his P1 into turn 1? Or will it be Abe? I have to take a little sip of water there. Is Marco Caddy going to be on the inside, waiting for the green flags to be waved and the race to start, as Marco Caddy gets a pretty poor start actually. Abe Santama able to get around the outside of him, but Marco Caddy on the inside, as I said, into turn 1, and that was a pretty easy defense from him. But Abe Santama going to be taking him into turn 2 down the inside. Will he be able to take the move here? Will he be able to take P1? Well, I'm not sure he will be. He actually collides with Marco Chetti, Abe Santama. Oh, that is one of the first collisions I've seen him in. And Marco Chetti tumbling down into 16th place. And, well, while we were looking at Marco Chetti, Daniel Williamson actually took P1 away from Abe Santama. And Matas kicks us back up into 3rd place. Oh, and that is absolutely terrible from Abe Santama. Marco Chetti and him definitely could have had a very good fight. Sadly, all ending pretty rather quickly. But do not fear, there is 45 minutes of this race. And, well, in 45 minutes, which you don't have to pit at all, there's definitely going to be quite a lot of things happening, just as Uiwezi going off the track through that chicane, and Abe Santama, he's going to be trying to make a move on Daniel Williamson into the next couple of corners. Hopefully he'll be much cleaner than he did on Marco Chetti, as he's going to be coming through the next couple of corners. He's just laying it off, as Matas is also going to be trying to make a move round the outside. Can he get him into the final corner? Will he even have enough space? Abe Santama down the inside into the final corner. And Daniel Williamson actually not giving it up too easily, though he's off the track. And now Matas might be looking to gain 2 positions if these two collide. And will they be making it 3 wide? Well, no, they won't. Down into turn 1. Matas might be able to make a move here on Abe Santama. Oh, just going off. Just messing that up a slight little bit. And now he's collided with the number 31 of Herr Horman. What is going on? It's like as if we've turned back to our primitive ways. Nobody knows how to drive, and nobody knows what normal etiquette is. As Matthias Pritchie just door banging with Uiwezi, Hayden Sweet following closely behind. Matthias Pritchie, will he be able to get the move into the next couple of corners? Matthias Pritchie, though, getting very feisty with Uiwezi. That's all I have to say. And I think the drivers actually underestimate how much these cars do crash and how quick it is to crash. Because a lot of people think, well, if it's a slow car, then I don't think it will crash too easily. And believe me, they will. As Matas is about to demonstrate, as he's just catching the back of Abe Santama for 2nd place. And we'll see. There's actually the gaps being relatively close, but relatively far at the same time. Everybody in about a 0.6 gap in the top 4. Uiwezi, though, slowly falling away from this pack. Camille Taha starting to catch. Ooh, they both make a bit of a mistake. Both Matas and Camille coming out of the final corner, making a bit of a mistake. Daniel Williamson setting the fastest lap time of this race at 49.4. Abe Santama falling a bit behind that, but Camille still making the same mistake into the first corner. As Abe Santama is starting to gain the back to the back of Daniel Williamson. It's getting too real too soon, as he's going to be going alongside and actually passed into the next corner. Will they be able to make it clean? Yes, they will. Abe Santama taking P1 from Daniel Williamson so far. But Daniel Williamson, can he retaliate before Abe Santama flies away from him? And I'm not sure he will, as Marco Chetti continues his rise up the board after getting punted by Abe. Just getting ahead of Subham Chowdhury for 10th place. And now he's got Anthony Camacho next in his peripherals, as Daniel Williamson going alongside Abe Santama into the chicane. And ooh, behind them, Camille Taha nearly making contact with Matas. What is going on? What is going on? I actually think they did make contact. And there's John Gibson now. Oh, yellow flags. Did he make contact with anybody over there? I hope he hasn't. As Alexei Malahov's car actually looking very beaten up. So it might have been as a result of some sort of tangle with John Gibson. Now back to Camille Taha, who is trying to make a move on Matas into the first corner. Can he make it? No, he won't. Hopefully both of them will make it through the first corner without sliding too much. And then they do so pretty well. Matthias Pritchie setting the quickest lap time of the race in 6th place. Camille Taha caught Matas napping. Oh, and that was a very easy move for Camille indeed. Up into 3rd place, and now Matas, well, he's behind him. And now the hunters become, no, the hunted has become the hunter, as Uiwezi is now starting to hunt Matas. And maybe into the next couple of corners, maybe into the chicane. Can he get him? No, he won't. But maybe out of this chicane if he's able to get a better exit. And sadly, he did not get a better exit at all. I'm going to have to hang behind Matas for the time being, as the race is just starting to chill out a bit. And the drivers starting to put themselves up into some sort of rhythm. I'm not sure you can have a good rhythm in these cars, but some sort of rhythm, that's for sure. As Matthias Pritchie starting to get closer to Uiwezi. He's got the purple 2nd sector that last lap. Remember, he said the quickest lap time of the race so far. Though I feel like Abe will be beating that quite soon. And no, he won't actually. He's gone off the track and made it invalid. I think Daniel Williamson, yes he does, sets the quickest lap time of 1:48.7. Matthias Pritchie now starting to get way closer to the back of Uiwezi. Remember, Uiwezi made a bit of a mistake a couple laps back, coming into the 2nd chicane, and a lot of people actually making mistakes into the 2nd chicane. That's what Matthias is going to be hoping will happen to him. Again. As Uiwezi starting to rapidly gain on Matas. I think Matas is not going to be liking this too much. Matthias Pritchie now, he is going to be in the slipstream, and I think when these cars are pretty slow, the slipstream works very well. Matthias Pritchie sending a kind of half move into the chicane, but it's making Uiwezi very nervous and very anxious. It made him a mistake again. And now Matthias Pritchie closer than he ever was before. 2/10 the gap, coming through the 3rd sector. Probably one of the strongest points for Matthias. Still, this circuit too narrow to try and make it go alongside into the 3rd sector. But can he make a move into the final corner? And I don't think he will, but all he will be hoping is for a better exit to get the run into turn 1. Matthias Pritchie now in the slipstream yet again. And sadly, I think he's too far back to make a move into turn 1. As Alexei Malahov and Heo Horman trade positions. But these two still stuck together like glue. 3/10 the gap yet again into the hairpin they will go soon. Can he try and launch a move? And I don't think he will. Who's that going off the track? That's Matas! Oh, Matas absolutely sending it into the wall, into the barrier, and now, well, I think that's going to be severe damage to the front. But that's promoted Uiwezi up into P4 and Matthias up into P5. Matas going to be struggling to make it back to the pits, I think. As Matthias will try and launch a attack yet again into the second chicane. He's making Ubiwasi nervous once more. You know, had a lot of fun battles though. Yeah, indeed you did. You nearly made it into P1. Good luck to the Toga boys today. Yeah, absolutely. They are running so far in 6th and 7th. Running right behind each other. Hayden Sweet, though, getting a very good look at this battle in front of him. This is a battle for 4th place. As Marco Ketty now gets ahead of Ryan Sweet. And I think the same fate is going to be happening to Hayden Sweet in a couple of laps. Marco Ketty lapping about 48.5s. Which is quicker than anybody on the grid right now. By the way, my prediction was correct. I was running 26.5 pressure, doing 51s. Well, you held it up pretty well up there as... Hold on. Ape Santama back down into 3rd place for some reason. That's giving Danielle Williamson the position yet again. And it gave the position to Camille as well. Wonder what's going on. Wonder what's going on indeed. Because now it's going to be a race to get these positions back for Abe, and it's going to be a pretty good battle for 1st place here. It's going to be a 3-way battle for 1st place as Camille is trying to get closer to Daniel Willis, and he's going to go round the outside. Can he take the inside here into the 2nd chicane? And oh, it's getting way too close. Abe Santama now going to be able to take the position away from Camille Taha, as he was just caught napping. But these guys will be going side by side, the 2 VGTR boys. Hopefully they don't make contact like Abe did with Marco Ketty. And Abe just backing away from that fight as Camille goes off the track. Able to keep it under control though. But sadly losing out that position to Abe Santama, who's now got clear air to fight Danielle Williamson yet again for 1st place. As Matthias Pritchie gets closer to Ubiwasi yet again. Stuff's only getting tighter and tighter on the track right now. 3/10 the gap between Matthias Pritchie and Ubiwasi. Marco Ketty also catching at the speed of light to the back of Hayden Sweet. He is doing about 1.1 seconds a lap quicker than Hayden Sweet at the current moment. And well, that's definitely not... That pace is definitely not slowing down. As Matthias Pritchie is getting closer to the back of Ubiwasi yet again. As Heo Horman actually is going to be going side by side with Alexei Malahov, and he's going to be making that move stick. But Alexei Malahov into the hairpin will not be making that move. And he backs down from that fight. Top tip, if car understeers into turn 3, get on the power, that will help. Well, if anybody's listening and driving right now, there you go, fun tips with Matas. He's just told you how to keep it under control. Actually, I think Matas has left the race. Yes, he has. As Matthias Pritchie getting closer and closer to Ubiwasi. It will help you get into the wall quicker. Oh, alright. Interesting. Oh! Ubiwasi making a horrible mistake. Into the final corner. And sadly losing out the position to Matthias Pritchie and Hayden Sweet. These two, by the way, have been battling it out for a long time, and that's commentator's curse for you. That is absolutely commentator's curse. Ethan Reed getting past John Gibson just as I was going to try and look at the battle. Sadly, the battle is gone. And now we've also missed the overtake for first place, but Daniel Williamson will not make it too easy for Abe Santama. He will try and get that position back. The last time out didn't really work for him. And by the way, Marco Ketty getting ahead of Uwe Wazy now for 6th place. Marco Ketty going to be trying to get at least to the top 3 in the next 30 minutes. I had 2 minutes of damage. Since there's no pit stops, tool for anyone decided driving was pointless. Well, I guess fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Daniel Williamson, I said that he was not going to make this easy for Abe Santama. And boy, was I right. Abe Santama still semi under pressure from Daniel Williamson. Daniel Williamson still holding the quickest lap time of the race. And well, we all know that he can pressure him for first place, as he did a great job holding him up. But sadly, it's just not going to happen. As Ryan Sweet and Subham Chaudhary get very close to each other. Ryan Sweet actually getting alongside of Subham Chaudhary as they're going to be heading into turn 2. And I'm not sure if Ryan Sweet will be able to secure this position. No, he won't. Subham Chaudhary will be getting very, very close. Those two could have door banged, but decided not to. Decided not to at all. And now losing Ryan Sweet a couple of tenths there. And I'm sure this will not discourage him from trying to battle Subham Chaudhary yet again, as Heo Horman getting closer to Anthony Camacho. And Heo Horman has been quite on a roll. He got past Alexei Malahov just a couple laps back. Now he's going to be getting closer to Anthony Camacho. And we'll be hoping to get ahead of him as well. As they come to the first chicane. This one is very easy to spin out on, but also very easy to not take advantage of, as Heo Horman's going to be sending it down the inside into the second chicane. Who will be braking later? I think that was Anthony Camacho who braked very, very late. And, well, it's actually paying off for now, as he is still able to stay ahead of Heo Horman. But for how long is the question? How long can Anthony Camacho keep Heo Horman behind him? Couple laps? The whole race? We'll see. As they're just heading through the third and final sector. And ooh, Heo Horman getting all out of shape as they're going to be heading into the final corner. Anthony Camacho trying to squeeze Heo Horman off the track, and it's actually kind of working. Heo Horman losing a couple tenths there to Anthony Camacho as Marco Ketty gets ahead of Hayden Sweet. I think that was a pretty easy move for him, as Heo Horman is going to be trying to make a move into the first corner. Anthony Camacho, one of the late movers, trying to block Heo Horman, and I'm not sure this will be received well by Heo. Heo Horman losing another couple of tenths, and this has given Alexei Malahov the great comeback, possibly here. If these two keep on fighting, he'll be able to gain and gain, reel them in. As Daniel Williamson still fighting with Abe Santama, but well, it looks like Daniel Williamson just about lost those tenths. And Heo Horman now going to be trying to go for the inside into the first chicane. No, he won't. Oh, Anthony Camacho off the track. And sadly, that is his battle over. And I think Alexei Malahov will also be getting ahead of him before they head into the second chicane. Very unlucky stuff for Anthony Camacho. But what's not unlucky is that Daniel Williamson is still keeping in close contact and actually gained that lost time back to Abe Santama. You see, Abe Santama has done a 150.0 here. No, Daniel did a 150.0. Abe Santama only done a 150.25. So, by the law of maths, Daniel is gaining about 0.2 per lap on Abe Santama. And Danielle Williamson is showing that pace out on track as well, as he is still keeping in close proximity to Abe Santama as they head through the first chicane. And up through or on the straight. Can they possibly meet together somewhere at midpoint? Well, we'll find out soon, as Anthony Camacho is also getting closer to the back of Alexei Malahov, who he lost the place to after having his a little tumble through the grass. And it looks like troubles keep on coming for Anthony Camacho, still through the first chicane. Sadly not able to keep it under control and losing that time yet again to Alexei Malahov. Now Ganahari Hutama might be trying to look to get that position away if more mistakes come. Marco Keddy, yet again another person who is moving up the grid in speed of light, and Matthias Pritchie is next on his list as they're going to be heading through the straight finish line and up to turn 1. Marco Keddy not going to be making a move there, but he's definitely going to be trying to make a move into the second corner if Matthias Pritchie lets him do so. Marco Keddy ahead before they even get there, but Matthias Pritchie not going to be making it too easy. Matthias Pritchie keeping the inside line and therefore inheriting 4th place yet again. Can Marco Keddy try and make it go round the outside here? Well, sadly he won't, but into the hairpin. Can Marco Keddy launch an attack round the outside? And maybe get the better exit here. And I'm sure this is not how Marco Keddy thought this battle was going to go. I'm sure he thought that this was going to be an easy overtake for him, but Matthias Pritchie making it very, very hard. As out of the first chicane, and well, I spoke too soon. Matthias Pritchie making a mistake out of the first chicane, and well, now down into 5th place, and Marco Keddy up into 4th, and he's going to be setting his eyes on Kamil Taha for that podium place. He's got 20 minutes to go, and he's going to have to make it count. And still Danielle Williamson and Abe Santama keeping together company, keeping each other company, that's what I wanted to say. Still battling for 1st place. And these two are actually pretty similar on pace right now. Daniel Williamson doing a, wait for it, a 49.4 that last lap, a 49.4 dead actually. And Abe Santama doing a 49.472. So relatively close, actually, relatively close. Only 72 thousandths, or yeah, 72 thousandths between these two drivers. There's Ryan Sweet also in the background, getting passed by Hale Horman, unfortunately. But still keeping in the top 10, that's for sure. Keep it in the top 10, which is very, very good. There's Daniel Williamson just falling back a little bit. Daniel Williamson actually falling way behind. Yeah, sadly 1.3 seconds is the gap now. It looks like Daniel Williamson made a bit of a mistake in this lap. And it's costing them possibly the battle for first. Yeah, as that lap time was very poor at 150.2 compared to Abe's 150 on 49.6. Which is just unfortunate. And actually, I'm not sure how this is working, because Abe Santama has the quickest lap time of a 148.822, but he doesn't have the quickest lap time banner. It's actually Daniel Williamson who's got a 49.0, which is 2/10 slower than Abe Santama's quickest lap time. And sometimes somehow he's got that banner. Not sure at all how that's working. I left my microphone unmuted, what an idiot. Anyway, I was asking, why did Taha come into the pits at all? Like, I know that these cars can do a 45-minute race. What's the point? What is the absolute point? Nevertheless, Heo Horman, as I was saying, was getting closer to the back of Subham Chowdhury, and he was on a roll. An absolute roll. Actually, couldn't even got a penalty. Maybe he got a penalty, a drive-through penalty, because we never saw him actually stop. he just kind of went through the pits. So I think it was a penalty. It looks like a too many track warnings. Being naughty out there. And the battle for first continues. Daniel Williamson finally able to get some of that fast juice into him. Maybe Abe Santama made a mistake in that final corner, or in those final corners, because actually no, Daniel Williamson 49.4 compared to Abe Santama's 49.7, 3/10. He has gone quicker, 3 whole tenths. And this battle is only getting better as we head into the final couple of minutes, or the final 14 minutes of this race. Through the first sector, can he try and make a move into the hairpin? I'm sure he thought that one through, because he did not wish to go for that move. As Anthony Camacho and Camille Taha, looks like they made contact, because yellow flag for both of them. Anthony Camacho's race not getting much better at all, is it? You can have a look at Hey Horman, who just gets past Subham Chowdhury as soon as we switch over to him. You see, I have the opposite to a commentator's curse. I have commentator's bless. As Marco Keddy continues to absolutely set the track on fire. He's going, what's that, 5/10 quicker than Daniel Williamson per lap, and he's going, so far, 7/10 quicker per lap than Abe Santama. So Marco Keddy, he's got 12 minutes to go. He's got 2 cars to overtake in order to get first place back. His deserved first place back. Now, if these two keep on fighting as well, it will make it much easier for Marco Keddy, who set a 48.6. Rapid. Absolute rapid time. As these two continue to try and find where the other can gain. So far, they're running very similarly as Daniel Williamson. It looked like he went for the inside, and it looks like actually that's where he makes up all of his time in this race. It is through that hairpin, because look at how much he gained. They were going into that hairpin about 8/10 away from each other. But then, now it's 4/10, and it looks like if Daniel Williamson can keep very, very close to Abe Santama before that final, before that hairpin, looks like he can try and make a move in there, because it's definitely much quicker. And oh, look at this. Daniel Williamson trying to go round the outside of the final corner. That was a very close move between these two, but now they're going side by side into the first corner. Abe Santama does have the inside, so he will be keeping that position, but not sure for how long, because he's made a mistake coming out of that corner. And Daniel Williamson able to take first place for now. But look at Marco Keddy. He's getting very, very close. Look at that. Only 1.8 tenths between him and Abe Santama. And well, the battle continues between these two. Just like it did heading into turn 2. before Abe Santama. Absolutely destroyed him. And oh, Abe Santama is sending it down the inside into the hairpin. Just as I was saying, Daniel Williamson was quicker through there, forcing him out wide a bit even. And now into the first chicane they go. Round the outside. Can Abe Santama make it happen? No, he won't. And now he's got a very bad exit out of there. Marco Ketty's definitely got him. Or at least he's got him very close in front of him. As now, can he try and go round the outside into the second chicane? No, he won't, but he's going to be putting the pressure onto Abe Santama. And now, Abe Santama closing that door. Marco Ketty having to absolutely slam the brakes there. And Marco Ketty, can he do something here? Can he make Abe Santama's life hell? And when will he make the move? Can he maybe revenge move him into turn 2? Maybe he can punt him away as well, as the final 10 minutes just about dawn upon us. Now Marco Ketty, the man who's been doing lap times about a second quicker than both of these guys in front of him. Can he finally make it all happen? Can he finally get ahead of the people that are holding his places? Well, Marco Ketty, it's all on you. 3/10 the gap between Marco Ketty and 3/10 the gap between Daniel Williamson and Abe Santama. But not for long. And yet again, we're locked in this battle for first place. It's a three-way battle, just like it was before. Before, though, it was Daniel Williamson, Abe Santama, and Camille Taha. This time, it's Daniel Williamson, Abe Santama, and Marco Ketty. And boy, are they getting close. As through the first chicane, they go again. And, well, I think you can actually see Marco Ketty taking a bit more of that chicane. Daniel Williamson making a mistake, and now Abe Santama can try and get alongside him, but that's left the door open on the inside, which will possibly get Marco Ketty in front. No, it won't. Abe Santama is going to be in front, but he's making a massive mistake. Marco Ketty, can he make this a double overtake? Oh, and sadly he won't. But look at this battle for first place. Absolutely nothing separating these drivers, and Marco Ketty might be trying to make a move into the next couple of corners. He's just having to back down every single time. And oh, even making a bit of a mistake coming out of that corner. Final 7 minutes. Abe Santama, he's trying to make a move round the outside. But that's left him at a very bad time. Did these two make a... I think they made contact, because look at Marco Ketty. He's slowing down, but not slowing down enough. It looks like he... Yeah, he is waiting, actually, for Abe Santama. Wanting to be the bigger man, it looks like. And that will give Matthias Pritchie the position. Oh, what I don't know what to think of this. I'm not really sure. Matthias Pritchie promoted up into second place. Not sure for how long, though. Not sure for how long at all. Right, well, Marco Ketty definitely wanting to have some sort of battle, as Abe Santama going to be going down the inside of Matthias Pritchie, and he's made that move stick. Ooh, Marco Ketty tried to take advantage of that, as Matthias Pritchie now going to be trying to go down the inside of Abe Santama, and I think that move has stuck pretty well. Marco Ketty now round the outside into the first chicane. He can't do anything here. Sadly, it's not a place to make a move. But now Abe Santama is going to be trying to make a move on Matthias Pritchie. That's a pretty late move to the outside lane. Round the outside, which will turn into the inside. He's got the move done. Marco Ketty following closely behind. And Matthias Pritchie actually taking that position back. What an absolute battle between these three. And I wish it was the battle for first place. But sadly, Marco Ketty and Abe Santama did make that contact. But now Marco Ketty ahead of Abe Santama, but not for long. Abe Santama late break as Matthias Pritchie goes off the track, and sadly that is second place done for him. But these two are still not done. with their battle for second place. What an absolute thrilling race in the final 5 minutes. Marco Caddy just trying to gain that time lost. And I'm sure he will gain that time lost that he lost. But I think Daniel Williamson will be pretty happy that Marco Caddy decided to be the gentleman and let Abe Santama through, because he's now got a 12.5 second gap to this battle, which is a pack behind him. So Daniel Williamson can probably start the celebrations now, as he's got only 4 more minutes to hold up. And Marco Caddy getting extremely close to Abe Santama yet again as they come towards the second chicane. And well, Marco Caddy, knowing that he's too far back, just trying to put the pressure onto Abe Santama, and Abe Santama probably feeling it. As now through the final sector they go. A pretty hard sector, even though there's not too many corners. It is pretty hard. It's pretty easy to miss the breaking point and go out wide. If you go out wide too much, then, well, you'll be like Matthias Pritchie. But we can stop waffling about that now, as Marco Caddy going to be trying to make a move round the outside. Can he make it stick? And sadly, no, he won't. As Hayden Swede also getting past Matthias Pritchie now for 4th place. As Marco Caddy holding on behind Abe Santama into the first corner, and out of that first corner he's got the run down into the second corner. Marco Caddy, will he make a move just like Abe Santama made a move on him into lap 1? Well, no, he won't. Marco Caddy now, can he make a move into the hairpin? 2/10 the gap. Can he absolutely send it? No, he won't. But he'll be trying to get the better line out of here and into the first chicane. I think they've got about 2 laps left, if my calculations are correct. I think it's this lap and another lap. So Marco Caddy needs to get a move on here. Get an absolute move on. Through the second chicane. This is where you can put so much pressure onto another driver and make them have a mistake, because this is about a 3-part chicane. It also impacts the exit out of this corner, and the entry and the exit, which then impacts your whole run up this hill. But it looks like Marco Caddy and Abe Santama are pretty level playing. Now they're going to be heading into the final corner. Another very easy corner to get wrong. Marco Caddy did kind of get it wrong. Oh, so close. And now Marco Caddy has got a pretty good run. And they're nearly touching front bumper to rear bumper. Can Marco Caddy send a flying attack? No, he won't. But he will be getting a better exit yet again out of this corner. And now looking to the outside. Abe Santama leaving that gap open, but now closing it shut. And Marco Caddy just sliding a bit out of that second corner. There's the final lap. I think this is the final lap. This is where Marco Caddy needs to decide where he's going to make the move, and I think the move that he's going to try and make is into the hairpin, but Abe Santama closing that door yet again. The defense is really good by the Dutch driver. Can the Swiss get in front of him? Up to the second chicane for the last time. Daniel Williamson probably already closer to the line now, and he's going to be taking the win as well in this M2 sprint. But All eyes are on this battle. Marco Keddy, he's only got a couple more corners to go, and Abe Santoma's only got a couple more corners to go to defend. Who will be ahead? It's pretty hard to tell, actually. As Daniel Williamson just coming through the final corner now, and he's going to be taking his victory in for the M2 sprint at Oulton. And that was a pretty good race for him as well, but these two separated by about 3/10, and I hope this battle could have gone on for another lap, but looks like Abe Santoma will be taking second place ahead of Marco Keddy, who will be finishing third, which is a very good recovery from him. And actually behind them, Uwe Wazy was very close to the back of Matthias Pritchie. Camille Tahar also trying to get Ryan Sweet into the final couple of corners. And can he make it? Can he make it, actually? I'm not sure. Actually, he's trying to go round the outside off this corner. And now he's only got one more corner to go. He's nearly alongside him into the final corner to go. Camille Tahar, will he be able to make that position? And sadly, he will not, as he's going to have to finish 11th place after pitting. I don't know why. And these two, what are they doing? The race hasn't ended. Not for you, at least. You haven't finished yet. Ethan Reed also slowing down. What is he? What's going on? Are they doing a pit limit lap? Here's my question. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this race, and well, you can have a look at these three clowns doing their whatever this is. Thank you so much for watching this race, and there's a 4-hour event, which I've talked about at the start of the stream, which is going to be a charity event for a food bank in the UK. So if you want to sign up to that, you can. But that is it for us today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much for watching.